Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and today I'm joined by Martin Casas and Matt Brinkman, and we're learning about the new Riverfront Marketplace that's taking place this weekend. So you've got your whole St. Louis swap meet going on, which has been going on for how many years?
2 years.
2 years,
Yeah.
2 years. So now
You're just a little baby.
Just a little baby, but a big baby. A lot of people involved in this. So people are going to go down to the Riverfront this weekend and have this huge kind of marketplace. What types of vendors? Who are they going to see? What are they going to see?
You know, what we really wanted to do was focus on some of the best and brightest new small business owners and crafters in the region. I mean, the Riverfront is not like anywhere else. It is the place every tourist goes to. So we wanted to give them a good taste of what St. Louis was about. So I have some great t-shirt vendors down there that, you know, we have a lot of really great artists in the city that make great apparel down there. We'll have a little company called Twinkle Brews, which, you know, we have a growing craft brewery scene here in St. Louis. And so what she does is she takes the old craft beers and makes the scented candles out of that beer, which is, I've never heard that before. We've got some people who make amazing handmade jewelry. We've got a guy that makes a new take on yard flamingos, which you would never think would be a thing, but he does a very good job at selling them, called Flingos. They'll be down there. And then also some great barbecue, Urban Chestnut Beer Garden in the middle. And, you know, we really want to make sure that if you go down the arch, it's not something that, you know, you need a truck to take out, like big furniture. It's stuff that tourists can go down there, bring with them home, and say that it's a unique St. Louis item they can't find anywhere else.
And do you feel like since you've had the St. Louis Swap Meet, you've met so many, I mean, do you feel like you're cultivating these relationships with crafters, small businesses? Is that kind of part of your plan in general to continue to grow your network and people who can become vendors?
Yeah, I mean, the larger sense of the Swap Meet and how we got started was that, you know, when you drive down any road in St. Louis, you see a lot of vacant storefronts that used to be mom and pop shops. And the only way to fill those things back up is help small businesses grow their customer base, build capital. And the Swap Meet's the perfect place to do that. And I think as we're growing this entrepreneurial scene in St. Louis, we want to be the place that new business owners can take their products, test them out, interact with customers, and then see if it works. So with doing that, though, we have a lot of really great vendors that are working really hard to make really cool products that you can't find anywhere else.
Right. I've seen that. I've actually seen a sort of a documentary piece that was something in Portland that had something very similar to that. So that's really interesting. Matt, let's kind of bring it back to the Riverfront. The development's great. It's coming along. As I was saying, I was down there. What can we look forward to in the next kind of 12 months in terms of events, even just from the aesthetic standpoint, the landscaping, how it's going to come along down on the riverfront?
Yeah, well, the street portion is complete now. The Archgrounds are still under construction and will be until sometime this fall. The staircase and the landscaping in that. Then Keener Plaza, which has been under construction, is another component of the whole project. That should be reopening next spring. And then the last piece of the puzzle will be the Arch Museum itself, the underground museum, which is undergoing major renovation, including a whole new entrance now, which will be facing the old courthouse. So that's going to be really I think that's going to be the most dramatic difference to the whole thing when people see that. So that'll be later on next year. So yeah, the Riverfront is the first big part of it. It also involves a continuation of the Riverfront Bike Trail, which formerly went from Biddle Street all the way up north through the Chain of Rocks Bridge, so we've actually added another 1.5 miles to that. And that's been one of the most popular aspects of the reopening of the Riverfront, is just the constant use of people and bicyclists on that path has been fun to see.
I mean, that's part of the whole river ring. Is the idea? How many miles? It's like what, 600, 800 miles?
We're getting there. Yeah, every year we add a few more. So
mile by mile, by mile.
Exactly.
And when you're thinking about events too, I mean, is there something when you guys are sitting around the table coming up with ideas, brainstorming? Is there something specific? Is it that you want to bring people together, as Martin was saying, across all walks, or is it you want to showcase different aspects of arts and culture, or is it kind of all of those things?
I would definitely say all of that. Yeah, and that's part of the fun of this job has been, you know, if this is sort of our pilot year, we're willing to try different things to see what draws people down there. It's kind of interesting that, you know, the tourists are sort of already there in the summertime. They're going to go to the Arch, they're going to go to the riverboats. So at this time of year, there are people down there. I think the big challenge is the rest of the year, once we get back into the school year, and finding things that will draw local people down there. to see things. And that's where we're really, trying to come up with unique and special things that they can't see anywhere else.
Yeah, and I think that also it's about building those traditional things that people know happen in certain places. Like people know that if they go to the Arch, they can expect this experience. And then when you come home with your friends and family, it's a place you bring them to go see and experience St. Louis.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things the swap meet tries to do. I think that's one thing that the Archgrounds is going to do as well.
No, you guys are a step in the right direction. This is excellent. And you guys can be a part of it. You watching it at home. It's taking place this weekend. It's the St. Louis Swap Meets Riverfront Marketplace. It's going to be every third Saturday and Sunday of every month through November. Through October?
October.
Yeah. But you can check it out. The first meet is this weekend, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. For more information, go to stlswapmeet.com and, just pay attention. There's going to be other events taking place down at the Riverfront. And thank you guys. Yeah, we'll be down there. So thank you guys so much. All right, well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.